So here I am just finishing up my sponge tool. And one thing I didn't mention when I started this is to make sure that your mode is set to desaturate. Because if you have it at saturate, it's going to do the reverse where you're going to punch up the colors and make them a lot more saturated, as opposed to what we're doing is we're taking the colors out. And then the other thing is to, I would say, make your hardness of your sponge tool, set the hardness to a softer or to 0 so that it doesn't give you harsh lines as you are going around and desaturating parts of Dennis Rodman's skin and hair. Okay, so that is that. And then now we're going to add another gradient to this. So we are going to start a new layer and then add this gradient again. This is our gradient tool. Now earlier when I introduced this, I had this, I mentioned that the default setting is linear gradient. So we're going to go back to that. And basically we're going to create a gradient, a black gradient that fades into nothing, starting from the bottom portion of our page. So we're going to go up here and then we're just going to click and drag. And if your image is like this, then do the same thing from the previous video where you just click on this gradient icon on the layers. Double click that, change this. So instead of black to black on the right side and white on the left side, change it so that the black is on the right side, left side, and the white is on the right side. But in this case, we don't want to use two colors. We actually just want to use one color. So we're going to go to the basics folder and we're going to click on this middle one that has a red color and fading into nothing. So instead of red here, we're going to click on this guy and switch this to black. Yours might already be black. I think I had messed around with this earlier, and that's why it selected red right there. And then here, up top, I didn't get to explain this. Oops, I didn't get to explain this, but here on these boxes, so if I click here, this is supposed to be red, but it's not existent. And the reason why is because if you click on this box right here, once you click on that box, it changes the settings down here. The setting for red is set to 0% opacity, so that's why you're seeing a transparent effect on there. So if you're wondering, that's what that is. Now I'm going to click OK, and if I want to change this, I can change this, the thickness or the broadness of the gradient. So I'm just going to leave it right there, and then that's it.